early January, and outside the Stride subscription rooms, some Morris dancing sides have assembled to partake in the annual wassail.
But we'll be a family-friendly one and we'll keep it to wassail, wassail. So wassail! Lovely. And now we're going to sing the Master and Mistress in the Rain at the Stroud Wassail. It's on the back of the leaflet.
Not too far away from Stroud, in Painswick, are the famous Rococo Gardens. Here, in February, the grounds are covered in snowdrops. Snowdrops of many varieties, which attract visitors from near and far to enjoy this incredible spectacle. They are unique in that they are the only surviving gardens of the Rococo period which open to the public. They are on the Historic England Register of Parks or Gardens of Special Historic Interest. Rococo describes a period of art fashionable in Europe in the 1700s. Key features: highly ornamental decoration, plus the use of pastel colours and a symmetry. Nearby is the Roman Catholic community of Benedictine monks at Prinish Abbey. On this particular Sunday, which is the feast of Corpus Christi, a Roman rite liturgical celebrating the real presence of the body and blood of Jesus Christ in the Eucharist. They are accompanied by those who regularly attend their Sunday morning masses. Here at Prinish, on a daily basis, 8 age-old services of prayer are sung by the monks whose principal duty this is. People of all faiths and none come here to find peace, healing, and reconciliation. A major attraction for visitors and local residents is the Wildfowl and Wetland Trust site here at Slimbridge. It is just one of 10 located throughout the United Kingdom. All year round there is much to see, to hear and to do. There are many different varieties of ducks, geese, swans and flamingos to be seen. In winter, the grounds are a favourite resting place for Buick swans and many species of ducks and geese from Iceland, Greenland, Russia and the Scandinavian countries. Here they find a milder climate, safety from predators and ample food supplies. It is no wonder that Slimbridge is one of the leading tourist attractions in Gloucestershire. Not too distant from Slimbridge is the Gloucester Sharpness Canal. At Saul Junction there is a continual flow of river traffic of all types, all of interest in their own right. However, the sight of this 3-masted topsail schooner, the Kathleen and May, is one to remember for a long time. She has just been to Gloucester Docks for part of the Festival of Tall Ships. She is the last remaining British-built wooden hull vessel. Her previous name was the Lizzie May from 1900 to 1908, and she is the only known ship to have survived both world wars. an impressive record, and a very wonderful ship. The village of North Nibley is in the south part of the county. Here we find the Tyndale Monument. The tower, 111 feet high, was built to honour the memory of William Tyndale, who was born locally. He was cruelly martyred in 1538 in Belgium for translating the New Testament from the original Hebrew and Greek into English. From the top, on a clear day, there are excellent views to be had of the River Severn, its two bridges, and the Forest of Greene, and beyond to the Black Mountains in Wales. It is well worth the climb. We find another link to the past at a roundabout in Tewkesbury. These two wooden horse statues, made by sculptor Phil Bewes, were made from green oak Gloucestershire trees. They stand close to an area where the Battle of Tewkesbury took place in 1471. The idea of the statues was originally suggested in 1997, but first of all £70,000 had to be raised for the project. They were erected in April 2014. When erected, the Vicar of Tewkesbury Abbey blessed the statues, called the Victor and the Vanquished. They are now a very positive visual reminder of the War of the Roses, when Yorkist King Edward IV triumphed over the Lancastrians. Not far from the statues, we find the River Avon and the famous mill. And further upstream, the Conway Castle has arrived from Upton-on-Severn. Its passengers will spend some time here in Tewkesbury. While they are occupied there, we can join this group who will have a cruise and a lunchtime meal of fish and chips. With its dining area and bar, it is a popular choice for many groups to spend a summer's day. The Conway Castle makes regular trips on the Avon from Upton-on-Severn to Worcester and, as we have seen, here to Tewkesbury. After 2 hours, our pleasant trip on the Avon comes to an end, and no passports were required. Dumbleton Hall is an impressive traditional Cotswold 19th century manor house. It is in a magnificent setting with extensive gardens and a popular place for weddings. Situated on the Worcestershire-Gloucestershire borders, the house is an excellent starting point for a holiday in that area. With the lake, it's no surprise to find a variety of waterfowl. They include these Canada geese, a family of black swans, and some mallards. The 19 acres are well worth exploring. For those who long for the nostalgia of steam trains, they will not be disappointed, thanks to the Gloucestershire-Warwickshire Railway. From March to October, and including the Christmas period, steam trains will be in operation from Cheltenham Racecourse right up to Broadway. En route, trains stop at Godalming, Winchcombe and Tottington. Many different types of steam locomotives can be seen, also diesels. At Tottington, various events are held throughout the season, such as Classic Vehicle Clubs Day, Classic Bus Rally, Day Out with Thomas, and of course Santa Specials at Christmas, and not forgetting the evening fish and chips specials. The GWR is mainly run by volunteers. Now to the Forest of Greene to explore Simmons Yat. It is a forestry commission site overlooking the River Wye. Being a very popular destination, thousands of tourists make their way here annually. In spring, the cliffs are used by peregrine falcons as a nesting site, and this attraction has a large part to play in the numbers here. The River Wye, far below, is well used by canoeists. The rock has been used as a location for filming for TV programs and movies such as Shadowlands and a Harry Potter film. It is well worth the visit. As we are already in the Forest of Dean, a short journey takes us to Puzzlewood. It is known as a magical woodland covering 14 acres. There is a mile of paths and 200 steps to negotiate. We are led through deep ravines of moss-covered rocks, over wood bridges, and encounter interesting tree and rock formations. Some people believe that the area inspired J.R.R. Tolkien to write The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. As with Simon's Yet, the filmmakers have been here also, making Merlin, Doctor Who, plus many, many more. It is truly a very special place, with its tree root formations, nooks and crannies, all helping to make it a place to remember. A bright autumn October day in Sevenhampton in the Cotswolds. A day of nostalgia to relive the times when Shire horses were a common sight in the countryside and in the towns. However, their decline started in the 1940s and 1950s when tractors took over their role on the farms. Originally, heavy horses were introduced to England because of their strength to carry armour-clad knights into battle. Today, some of these horses still do duties on the farm, but many are bred purely for show purposes. Some can still be seen at county fairs, others still in towns and cities as brewers' drays. It is a pleasure to see them in action, so easily pulling ploughs and being deftly handled by their owners. The popularity of the various breeds continues, and Shire horse centres can still be found in some parts of the country. They are well worth visiting to see these gentle giants of the horse world in action. In this short film, just some of the many places and events of special interest in Gloucestershire have been seen. Perhaps it may have encouraged you to go and experience them for yourself. I do hope so. There is much more, but that's for another time.